Who is Sam Dickinson? Sam Dickinson is 17, out of Canada, 6'3", 194, and a left-hand shot. Looking at some of his statistics, Elite Prospects starts us off by saying Dickinson can mirror footwork in close, take away space, and step into opponents to get stops. His defensive range can almost make it impossible to get past him. With the puck, he's decisive and explosive, drawing in forechecking pressure, only to leave it in his dust as he carries the puck from zone to zone unimpeded. His statistics look like this. So he played with the Toronto Marlboros, the U14 and U16 team. In 2021-2022, he played for the U16 team, had 5 goals, 34 assists, 39 total points. It was a plus 39 in 46 games. Played a little bit with the Aurora Tigers in the OJAHL, just 1 game there and then 2 postseason games. He played for the London Knights in 2022-2023 in the OHL, 9 goals, 14 assists, 23 points in 62 games, and 12 penalty minutes. In 21 playoff games, he had 4 goals, 4 assists, and 8 points. Played for the London Knights again this past season, and this is where the numbers started to really uptick. In 68 games for the London Knights this past season, he had 18 goals, 52 assists, 70 points. He had 30 penalty minutes in 68 games. He was a plus 56. And in 18 playoff games, he had 4 goals, 9 assists, 13 total points, 12 penalty minutes, and was a plus 11 in those games. So that's a little bit of a look at Sam Dickinson. Let's see what Scott Wheeler has to say about the potential for the Wild to select Dickinson at 13. Dickinson is a very complete, projectable top 4 defenseman who has size, high-end skating, and a developing offensive game that is really rounded into form this season. Last year, he stepped right onto a deep Knights blue line at 16, which is rare, and played bigger minutes by year's end than some drafted guys, which is rarer, including in key situations in the playoffs. This season, he has played a leading role in all facets of the game on another strong London team, which has included successfully quarterbacking one of the power play units and developing his shot into more of a weapon to nearly hit 20 goals. He's a strong 6'3" / 6'4" defenseman whose skating is a major strength, forward, backward, four-way mobility, the full package for a defender his size. He plays firm and with confidence in who he is and what makes his game so successful. He defends at a very, very high level for his age, both man-to-man, down low, and positionally in his own zone. He has skill and poise with the puck, which began to reveal itself more in the Hlinka Gretzky Cup last summer and has stamped itself for the Knights this season and has started to make better and more consistent reads under pressure. He's showing real comfort and even deception past opposing forwards these days and has shown some nice vision and touch as well. He's not the most dynamic player with the puck, and some have concerns about his IQ, concerns that Wheeler is not sure that he shares. But he has all of the physical tools you look for. He can really shoot it, which Wheeler knows he's worked on a lot, and he comfortably moves it. He has a high floor, and he could have a very high ceiling at both ends with continued development along the path he's on. There are some who want to see him play a little meaner, but he's a dominant defender at the junior level, and he competes and plays hard. He's also helped by a June birthday that gives him some runway to continue to find new levels and layers. Scouts are extremely excited about his toolsy game and potential upside, and Wheeler is too. He can dominate a game in all 3 zones and 4 corners of the rink, and there aren't really any major holes, which is saying something for a defenseman his age. His size, skating, and defense make him a top prospect. He's got some offense too. He looks like he's going to be a 2-way stud in the NHL. He is also, by all accounts, a great kid who has twice worn a letter for Hockey Canada already and could in London this year. And Peter Baracchini of the Hockey Writers has this to say. Dickinson is ranked amongst draft eligibles, 7th by NHL Central Scouting, 6th by Future Considerations. McKean's Hockey has him 2nd. Peter Baracchini has him 3rd. Logan Horn ranks him 10th. Andrew Forbes ranks him 6th. Smott Scouting has him 7th. Bob McKenzie has him 7th. Dauber Prospects midseason rankings has him 7th, and Recruit Scouting has him 4th. So here's what Baracchini has to say. Many expected London Knights defenseman Sam Dickinson to take a big step forward and earn more meaningful minutes and responsibility this season. He definitely showed why they acquired him from the Niagara Ice Dogs, as he continues to show great potential in his rookie season. In his draft year, Dickinson has elevated his game to new heights as a competitive two-way defenseman. Dickinson finished the regular season 4th amongst defensemen in Ontario Hockey League, scoring with 70 points, and 4th in assists with 52. In addition, he has taken the 2nd most shots of any defenseman with 232. Many wondered if his offensive production will take off heading into this season, and it clearly did, as he blew his rookie season production out of the water. Dickinson already excels with his strong defensive game and IQ without the puck. He defends extremely well against the rush and within his own zone, something that other defenders are inconsistent with this early on in their development. That aspect to his game is near pro ready, as he has that advantage over other defenders his age. He's already showing that he's consistent with his positioning and decision-making, utilizing his size to his advantage to get the inside edge to break up plays down low or along the boards. He's able to execute breakups effectively, knowing when to step up and get into the passing lanes with an active stick, or tie up and attacking forward to regain possession and quickly clear the puck out. He's excellent with his gap control, keeping the puck carrier to the outside and using his size and speed to neutralize them, getting to the middle of the ice and even boxing them out in front of the net. When he's on the attack, he reads the situation well, knowing when to back off and prioritize defense when he needs to. Even if there's a breakup or a turnover, he has quick awareness and reaction time to get back and get into position. While he's great at reading the play when attacking players enter the zone, he isn't afraid to engage physically and lay the body. Whether it's an open ice hit or along the boards, Dickinson imposes his will and makes life difficult for the opposition. Offensively, Dickinson's game might not stand out compared to other defenders, but he's effective every time he has the puck. He isn't flashy, offensive-minded defenseman, but he does a great job to pick his spots and attack with force. He's a very mobile skater, as his long stride and speed make him difficult to contain breaking out of his own zone and in transition, easily attacking the offensive blue line when he generates speed. He knows when to jump up to make timely pinches to keep plays alive, join the rush, or engage in the offensive zone and not put his teammates in a bad spot by doing so. Dickinson's got a powerful shot, as he's always getting pucks on net. Whether it's a quick wrist shot or a powerful one-time blast, Dickinson has the power and accuracy to find the back of the net or even generate second chance opportunities. He's just as effective with his playmaking, walking the line cleanly to open things up and find cross seams with his teammates. There are times where he can be too passive and it can lead to a broken play after forcing one, but for the most part, he's always creating and executing plays very well from the back end. All right, here's his draft projection. Given how this is the draft of the defenseman, Dickinson will definitely hear his name called early on draft day. He is pro level, and his qualities and defensive game will surely attract many teams. But where he will go remains up in the air. Some see him as a top 5 pick, others just outside that, but as a top 10 player. Either way, that's a perfect range to make a defenseman with his upside, complete level, and intensity. Strengths include skating and mobility and transition, high-end compete level and physicality, powerful point shot, strong defensive positioning and gap control, and strong IQ on both sides of the puck. Areas to improve: can be too patient with the puck in creating plays, something we see quite a bit. improve offensive output and production for the next level. And that's something you'd expect with a defenseman, is that they're going to kind of grow into the offensive side of their game if they have one. And so those are areas too that can be quickly improved with confidence. As far as NHL potential goes, there isn't any doubt that Dickinson can be a very powerful, a very impactful top pairing defenseman. He's a player that can be relied upon in any situation and eat minutes, be it on the power play or when you need to protect a lead. He's going to be a player that will get the job done. His strong defensive game is going to make it tough for opposing players to go up against him. And if his offense translates to the pro level, he could be even more dangerous. His play is very reminiscent of Florida Panthers defenseman Aaron Ekblad, as he's been a big impact player for them. So if that is the route that the Minnesota Wilds go, they are getting a good one in Sam Dickinson. And again, I like hearing some of that stuff, because I feel like with these profiles, we can kind of go pinpoint areas that we would see just about all of these players being able to help like immediately. And an area that I think Dickinson could really help in knowing when to step into the play and to help out offensively. The Wilds did not get that consistently from their defensemen this past season, outside of a couple of guys. And so you slot him in for that. That could really help improve their scoring, which is something that needs to definitely improve over these next few years. So, and the size profile, again, the size profile, while not just being somebody that is big, somebody that can add offense and defense and can throw their weight around a little bit too, are the things that I like to hear from these potential prospects. So there is the draft profile for Sam Dickinson.